Okay.
You memorized it.
No, but let's see if I can freestyle my way through. I mean, the thing I love so much about piano is the fact that it's so versatile and you can kind of do anything on it. Styles of music, I grew up doing classical, found a love for jazz and experimental music and improvised and all kinds of other music. And I really love how the piano gives you the opportunity to do so much. When I walk into a room and see a new piano that I've not played before, there is that feeling of excitement about what's this going to be like. One of the things that I really love about touring and playing is turning up and seeing what I've been given. And it's a really fun experience to be presented with the instrument that you are going to perform on for all the people who are coming to see you play. And that's so different to a violinist or a guitarist or any other instrumentalist who takes their instrument around with them. It sort of locks into their hand and it just feels right in their hand. Whereas as a pianist, we sit down at the piano and go, okay, I mean, all the notes, they look the same as all of the others, hopefully. But I just love the opportunity for doing different things, and the fact that every piano, it's a bit of a cliche, but every piano kind of does sound different, and it's got characteristics about it that are interesting and that are fun and new, and means that you can bring different ideas out in your performance. And I just love the instrument. I just think it's brilliant. But when it actually comes down to making music myself and being creative, I mean, quite a lot of the time I try to make the most of sound check times when I'm on tour, and loads of my voice memos are all kind of, random idea from somewhere in Belgium. But in terms of the actual process and how it actually works, a lot of the time I sit down and just play and just improvise on it. I know that for some people that sounds a bit airy-fairy. Well, what do you play? Like, how do you know what to play? When you say, I'm going to sit down and just play, sometimes I think a lot of the time there's a specific focus. So I might be going, it might be as simple as, do you know what, I've not written in A major for years. Nothing against A major, I just haven't done it. So sometimes that simple thing about a key can be interesting, or it can be a specific focus, or maybe it's a specific melodic theme that I'm going, okay, and you're being really focused compositionally. So I'm going to take this theme, I'm going to invert it, send it backwards, do it here, do it in the left hand, and really manipulate the ideas and take everything out of it so that you can really get the best possible outcome. The blank page or the blank mind thing can be difficult. I think I know that I can very often get excited about something, but it often takes me a little bit of time to just do it and just do something. And sometimes it's the first 10-15 minutes of actually playing or improvising or working on certain things, it can just feel awful. It can feel like, gosh, these ideas are rubbish. The purpose of doing it is getting you into a place, mindset, whatever it might be. There is an element of pushing yourself to work through that period of, oh God, this is awful, or I literally don't have any ideas, or sometimes you're playing something, you're trying something out, and it sounds awfully like something else, and then you realize you've not just copied someone else, you've actually copied yourself. The idea that you came up with 3 weeks ago was, oh, that sounds great, it's a great idea. Yeah, who came up with that? Well, it was actually, it was me. I do a lot of sketching out of my ideas rather than writing them all down fully formed. And I like that process because it means then that I'm not committed fully to this is how it goes forever more. Because I quite like having that freedom to just move it around. So I feel like composing and the process of composition is less about making that final thing and letting it breathe and letting an idea sit with you and with itself for a while and seeing how it goes. Some of the ideas that I come up with now, I know that I can work with them, but they will need a process of refining. A lot of the time I really know when it's not good, but if I've got something that I keep on playing, I keep on coming back to, I want to come back to it the next day, I want to hear it again, I want to play it. So in a sense, it's more about how do I make this good idea better rather than is good or bad. It's a really interesting process that is very often non-linear and not as sort of clean across a spectrum or a continuum that as we would like it to be. If it was a process that was really obvious and easy, I guess we'd all be really just, everything would be fine and easy about it. Or so actually I kind of really enjoy that tension. Yeah, it's the tension of dealing with an idea and taking it, manipulating it, taking it here, taking it there. Could it be like this? Could it be like that? Asking the question of myself as a creative person, going, do I like that? If I like that, probably someone else will like it too. And then trying to manipulate it, trying to make it work for whatever the context is, whether it's a film, whether it's a commission, or whether it's just a piece that I'm writing for an album. Sometimes it has a specific job, role, focus. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just a nice piece and that's enough. When I was younger though, and I was 7, 8, 9, starting piano lessons, my teacher was very, very encouraging of me to make my own music at whatever stage I was. Just make some stuff. Don't feel like you can't. I went to uni and majored in composition at university, did a master's, so I kind of got those kind of elements of training or whatever we might say. But in terms of me as an artist making music as Simeon Walker, it was pretty much 10 years ago, 2015, is when I first started putting out music of mine, which was solo piano or other things around piano, putting it out on SoundCloud, and then it kind of started to snowball a little bit from there into whatever it is and I am now. It's okay not to have the answer to all of the questions, but it's in the process, it's in the trying, it's in the doing, the making that is the most fun. Time is long. That's a weird way of saying it, but things don't always just happen straight away. And there's part of me that often wishes, I'm 38 now, there's part of me that wishes, it would have been way more helpful if this had happened when I was 28. Because I'm younger, maybe less attachments or less things going on, but you wouldn't be making the good stuff that is working for you now back then. You just wouldn't have been able to do that then. And actually trusting in that moment, trusting yourself, trusting the process, and being able to go, it might not happen straight away, but it'll happen when it happens. Could take a long time. And actually, the people that I know who are doing really well, a lot of the time it is actually people who run that race for a lot longer than anyone normally thinks. There's very few things that are actually flashes in the pan. Most of the really good stuff generally tends not to be a flash in the pan.